Hey, so here's the daily video. I've just had a set pulled on me, and it's a trick you guys are gonna have to look out for. I don't know if you guys ride a bike, pedal bike, right? But my broadcast rides pedal bikes, and there's a trick they use to wind up the person they're using. That would be the demons, and you. So it winds you up, and then it brings curse. You can feel it happening. I started realizing when somebody's getting angry at me or emitting curse in public, real life, right? I feel it around my stomach area. Like you're getting like, you go, all right, here we go. Part of me wants to just knock you the fuck out, but the other part of me's got to listen to my spirit. And Jesus says I'm a fucking punch bag, so that's how it is for some stuff. What they're doing when you're on your bike, they'll stop their car and they'll wave you across the road. The thing that stands out with me is I've had push bikes nearly all my life, right? On and off. And I used to go out on them all the time. And I don't remember cars in my old reality stopping to let you go across unless it was convenient. What these fuckers are doing, they're stopping when they've got complete right of way and you've already stopped. They're stopping their car so they look awkward. And I've noticed this is a tactic they've used a few times to try and open up on me. So I just come up to the car park, right? Empty car park. I go through the car park and there's nobody outside queuing to get in. And I thought, do you know, yesterday when I came at 7 o'clock at night, and then the line just got bigger before I got there. I could see it just getting bigger, like people coming out of nowhere. Yeah, that shit happened. Let me just push my bike up here. Jeez, man. But I got there and it's shut, and I'm thinking, you know what do I need? And I thought, you know what, I don't actually need anything. Tomorrow I'm going to need bread, and the rest of my supplies I can get from the Asian shop. You know, I don't know, I'm going to get my bread from the supermarket because they do the best bread. I don't know about you guys, but I've ordered stuff off eBay. I'm talking little trinkets, you know, cheap stuff. So I've ordered a couple of things, like one food thing. Hasn't come, it's like, they just take forever. And he's like, you know, you've had 5 clear working days. Tell me again how the coronavirus stops all the Royal Mail workers sorting mail faster. Pray do tell. Don't get it myself. And then everything takes 3 to 4 days longer in the post. So, I'm still waiting on 2 items to arrive. Want to be able to make my own bread as well, you know what I mean? And you go in the supermarkets, guys, the things you ain't finding right now is flour and yeast. So, while you can, go on eBay and buy yourself some Fermipan yeast. Fermipan. Comes in a red packet. Get you some of that for 10-15 quid. You'll be sorted. 2 packs of them, you're good for yeast for bread. But your flour, I don't know. You're better off going to Asian supermarkets or something. I'm not too sure if your patty bread will make regular bread, you know what I mean? But anyway, back on topic, if there is a topic right now. Guys, these people, you know when they do something and you sense they're going to do something before they do it? That's one of the perks of the Holy Spirit. Because I sense something coming and then, whoa, hey Paul, is that the 100th coincidence this week alone? I'm afraid it is. Also, you're not nuts. It doesn't look that way. Pretty certain of it. So when they're pulling shit like stopping their cars and waving you across with a smile, what they're actually doing is waiting for you to flip the fuck out because it's the 12th time they've done it to you that week. You see, but I've learned how to pedal my bike, guys, how to avoid these places. And lo and behold, guys, do you know what they do? They'll use the same area to wind you up and try and get curse going. They'll use the same area. So for me, it's near the supermarket, right? Let me tell you why this was a coincidence as well. One of those coincidences, right? The guy stops his car and he's looking at me, and I've already stopped for him. He had complete right away. What is he doing? What is he doing? Go around, take the 2 alternative lefts. He was taking the piss, guys. And he was a Muslim, so he's going to be all generational soul tied to his Islamic faith demons, right? Ha, it's the truth, whether you fucking like it or not. And he had his window open a bit, and sometimes I do tell these NPCs where to go, and then I'll go pray the curse off. But this one, I just said, look, man, what are you doing stopping your car there? I said, you don't stop there like that. And then he cursed me out. And I felt that familiar feeling come around my stomach. You know what I said? I turned around and I went, God bless you. God bless you. Shut him straight down. Shuts him down, guys. He shuts him straight down. I once had a woman come through the park. A woman, right? Nothing against women. However, ladies, your command of dogs leaves a lot to be desired. It does, it's true. I'm not telling you, you can tell that dog to sit and it'll sit. I'm not telling you to say that to that dog come and it'll come, because they don't do it for men, but they do it a lot more quicker and they get the hang of it quicker. She was once walking through the park, right? And I counted her dogs. She was coming at me with 7 fucking dogs. I thought, 7? That number's following me around even here, right? And she goes through me with the dogs, and 2 of the dogs get their little, we're more emotionally intelligent in Mandela Effect land, and they're looking at me and they're giving me some shit, right? But it's not the point, guys. I can feel the curse come off dogs sometimes. And I'm like, you know what? You're a dog. Sit, cunt. I don't give a fuck. If your dog's an asshole and it isn't a big snarling beast, you better fucking understand. You're just a dog, mutt. Back the fuck off. You show me those teeth, you're getting my fucking foot. And whatever part of your fucking legs I grab. Not fucking around. You got time to get bit by a dog, I ain't. You know what I mean? And she came through me and her dogs were going at me. And I said, you know what? You got 7 dogs and your fucking dogs are growling at me. What the fuck's that about? And she didn't like it, and I felt the curse come up again. But this curse came from the air. Sometimes it drops on your head, sometimes it comes up from the stomach. And I felt it coming. I thought, wait, bless her and just see what happens. So she starts cursing me out. You wouldn't believe, guys, before, 5 years ago, before my son died, when I count all this bullshit from, if I called somebody out, they didn't start swearing. They didn't start cursing. They didn't want to immediately fight me. They didn't look like there was demons in their flesh trying to come out, waiting for me to sin and fucking screw up. You know what I'm saying? Soft answer, turn up away wrath. It didn't ever look like that. Now, right now, guys, that's happening at a heightened rate, and you know it is. You walk down the street, you can feel it. Neo, can't you? You can fucking feel it, Neo. You know it's there. You know if you stir these people up the wrong way, I'd say you've got a 50-50 split. You've got people who are docile from whatever they've done to this place. I think you've got them vessels of wrath, itching, wanting to get at you, stopping their cars in strange ways to wave you across the road with a smile because it's weird and out of place. You know what happened a few times, guys, when they've waved me across? I've gone. You know what happens? A car comes the other way. Yeah. So when these fuckers stop their cars and wave me across, I know they're gaslighting me, and I know they're trolling me, and I know they're trying to stir up shit. You know how many fights I've had to avoid? Physical fights, guys, in the past 2 years alone. I could have easily got into 10 physical fights. Right? What happens when you get into 10 physical fights? I'll guarantee you half of those are going to result in the cops finding you. So then you're going to have a record. Then you're going to be classed as violent. So right now, during coronavirus land, if I got into those 10 fights, 4 weeks back when the cops stopped me and they had no legal grounds to do so and they're spot checking me, with perfect timing, may I add, just another coincidence. Like, what are the chances you driving your cop car down this warehouse district where I specifically picked because it's the quietest part? But there you are with perfect timing, asking me a bunch of shit, right? And I know what it is with cops. It's yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full, sir. Because that thin blue line, guys, is a real thin blue line. But once that goes, fuck the cops. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if some people, guys, that cops have fucking done wrong stuff to, doesn't come back to haunt them when the shit hits the fan. You know that saying, man? You know, don't make enemies and shit? That's how it is, isn't it? But like I said to you, I got nothing against any cop. Not one. Maybe the cop who took my bike before, but, you know. Well, we get to judge everybody, guys. This is true. I'm not sure it's in the Psalms or something. That everybody who does you wrong down here, everybody that gaslights you, gang stalks you, gaslight, blah, 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 blah. Absolutely everything. Before they go for judgment, you're going to be sat there. And because the spirit works double quick in dimensions, they're going to be looking at you for what they did to you. And you're going to have say with Jesus. I don't know if it's accurate, but I've heard it before. So bear that in mind, guys. Unfortunately, with God, it's the long, extra long, very fucking long game of patience for ultimate eternal life reward. That's how that works. So this is how this gaslighting gang stalking works. So you're walking around, you get spot checked. You haven't just got your old history from 2008 previous, because that's my history, right? And they just see me as someone who's domestically disruptive. Every time a cop spot checks me, oh, it's just a domestic. What the fuck does that mean? It's just a domestic. That's how they class you. You know, slicker and snot, real quick. No, it's just domestics. So what do you want? Drug runner? People trafficker? Fucking wanted murderer? I don't fucking know what you fucking want. We expect them to come up on that little fucking screen. You're disappointed? Fucking hell, do you know what I mean? So it's even got to the point now, guys, where they're going to do something good for you. Well, I'm letting you cross. But really what I'm doing is gaslighting you. It's not hard to see, is it? So I get round away from that guy, drop the God bless you on him twice, shut the curse down, right? Clear the curse off me a little bit by just saying, in Jesus' name, I plead the blood of Jesus over any curse coming towards my energy field. And I say that 3 or 5 times and I cough a little. Gone. There you go, his curse is gone. Right? And then I get further down, and then I get into the car park, right, of this other shopping thing, and I'm cutting through there, all the people in the fucking way, something's coming round me, guys, right? I can feel that, I call it the stalking spirit. It's just there, hindrance. It's just gonna go run around people now and see what it can do. It sometimes happens, you know when it's coming though, you feel it. A guy pulls out in his car in the car park, could have gone anywhere in this open car park, but he pulled out in front of me. Oh, gee, just a coincidence. You know what he does? He checks his fucking door and opens it as he's doing 2 miles per hour and stalls me up. And then his friend, I go left to go around, and guess what? His friend opens the door and tries to gaslight me up. At this point, I'm getting a bit of puff pride, you know what I mean? It's like, next one, not fucking around, be opening that door and saying it's just a gap, dickhead. You're gonna get all 5 foot fucking 8 of me, fucker. You don't want it, do you? So I pull my bike up in front of their car and I let them know by slamming my brakes on, you know what I mean? In the car park, you gaslight me, I gaslight you back. But you see, guys, that's the trick with this place. I'm already gaslighting him back. Guess what's happening? The gaslighting's working because you're doing stuff that you don't want to be doing. You know what? You're not at peace. You're causing friction. That's how it gets a foothold onto you in the day. That's how it gets a foothold on you. It stresses you out the rest of the day. It comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So he steals your peace by gaslighting you. You go to sleep. You have a weird dream. He steals your sleep. He steals your dream. The rest of it, you know how bad they can be. So I get round the corner away from them, right? And then another Audi comes down the street, just as I'm coming out of the car park. And I'm going, do you know what? You're spawnings. Congratulations, you're spawning in. And I purposely pulled out into the road to let this car know, do you know what? I know what you're doing. What are you going to do about that? I let it know. And I was proved right again. Oh no, just another coincidence. This car took a wrong turn, has to stop and turn around. I look back and clock for it. Just a coincidence, right? So you get further up And you can feel this little bit of tension coming on you, but it's not going to get you, right? It's not going to get you. Because if you have to, guys, let me tell you something. If it flares up, you stop your ass. You find a quiet spot and you go chill out for 2 minutes. You do a fucking video like this, whatever. I got round that corner, right? And I pull out onto the road. Perfect timing, car this way, car that way. And I coined the phrase pot spawning car, pop-up car. That was mine. I feel this car come in, I'm going, you're full of shit. And she goes past me, and I've already bunny hopped to let her know I didn't have to move out of the way if I didn't want to. I'll make you stop your car with my bike, I know how to do it. Guys, I've had guys shoot past me in cars. The cars felt alive. I've nudged my tyre out 3 inch. And they stopped their car, looked at me like psychopaths and wanted to fight me. And I just stood there like, well, I'm not going to even say anything. Just do what you're going to do, and we'll see. And then they don't. You see what I'm saying? I've had it. It's just a coincidence, right? They just want to fight you because you nudged your car out, your tyre out a little bit too much. I had another guy tell me he was going to kill me, murder me, because he didn't like what I did with my bike wheel. But he's allowed to come past me with his spawning hell car and rattle that fucking road up. And I told you before, I've had people, guys, not my physical match on any term, look at me like they can decimate me. I'm like, what? It's like, dude, you know what I mean? If they're 6'4", I said, Jesus, you got this. Come at me, bro. If they're my size, it's like, fucking fair's fair. Then everything else, it's like, if you're not a martial arts master, let's go. That includes boxing. So I get away from this car, just bunny hop, right? And guess who comes around the corner? Nina, the cop. There was a cop in the car. They're telling you guys, so if I'd have flipped shit on that woman, bunny hopping, and stopped my bike, what the fuck are you doing? Just calling people out. Oh, there's a cop. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, now the cop's firing curse at me. He wants to know who I am, where I'm going, what's going on. Oh, that's how it works for that stuff. That's how it works. That's how it works, man. But you know, you can feel it now, guys, when you're out there. You can feel it. It's changed. People didn't used to swear at me in a car, and I felt curse just from them swearing at me, projecting at me. People didn't used to just sat in a room, and because there's a woman there, and this guy likes that woman, and he feels a little bit like maybe I could steal his girl. And I look down at my feet and I look up and I can see curse emitting up from the back of his head. I'm telling you guys, when you take your eyes off this place, it's some kind of Christ consciousness that you're in. I said this to a friend yesterday. You go to the park and look at a tree. You see how it's alive, it looks good, it looks nice. Even though it's partially, not real in this place. I don't know if you've noticed, guys, but the vegetation looks almost like a replica, and it's off 5%, 2%. As you look at that tree, it's alive. If God's grace goes off that tree now, his spirit, all that will be left is like Satan's spirit. It'll bring death and fear and famine. That tree will change instantly. You know what I'm saying? Like, something really cold comes in the room and just freezes everything. It takes the life out of it. That's what they do. What you're in now, Christ consciousness, looking around, there's life, there's birds. They look artificial to me, but that's all I got to say. Change, right? But it's still, there's God's grace is all around you. Look around you, it's before your very eyes. Because if his spirit moves out, that stuff moves in. When the trip comes, guess what? That's what you got to look forward to. And I think that's why it says men shall seek death but not find it in those days during the tribulation. Because it's going to be that bad. Not pretending, not playing games bad, you know what I mean? Because, God's grace is going to be removed, and that's that. Do you understand what I'm saying now about Christ consciousness operating through your senses now? and that this place still isn't what it appears to be. And yeah, guys, this place isn't, we already know this place is still a shithole. It's a dump. Nobody likes it. Everybody's had a little taste of heaven, and they just go, you know what, I like the sound of that Jesus guy. I like the sound of that. Because Derek Prince describes sin, energy. He described it as sin, pure and simple, sin. That's how he described it, no fucking around. He says it's like anything else. Sin will destroy this world. You cannot stop it. You can take the apple and leave it out on the kitchen side and it'll rot. He says, but you can delay it. You can put it in the fridge and leave it there and it'll last longer. But you're still not going to stop what's coming, the sin, the end. Now, this place is grace. It's time. This is God's energy, his abundance, his grace, his peace, his life. The waters of life pouring out on this place. This guy's straight gaslighting me. He's following me. Let me just get past this guy. They're absolutely taking the piss, guys. See, that's called a delay. That's called an interruption. It's called a delay. Some people just see somebody walking someplace randomly, but not me, because I missed a fucking coincidence, aren't I? Because you do that shit to me every time I do a video in public. I told you I was out where? Middle of a field, someplace. 15 minutes off the track. 15 minutes. On a bike. And guess what? Just two guys walking with dogs. Like, yeah. You could really come down one path there too. That's what you got to understand about this place and where it's going and where it can't be stopped. And when you've got all these things being held back by the grace of God in their vessels, healed. Heal. That's what he does. The shit on you. You've got sin and crap on you now. You let those fuckers out on you now, they'll tear you apart. First chance they get. They'll do it. Well, that's today's vid. If you want to donate, go right ahead.